Hello and welcome back to another Tech Articles. In today's article, I'm going to do creating a user account with SureForm. And for this, we're going to use the repository version of SureForm, so there's no premium needed. We're going to hook into the form submission and then create our user account. Currently, you can't do this, I believe. We're using either the premium or the repository version of SureForms, but as in natively, but we're using a small snippet, which I've already uploaded to GitHub as a gist. We're going to begin doing that. And really, the only variables you need to change up here are the form that you need to target, what level you want this form to create your user. In my case, it will be subscriber, and I'm going to create a form from scratch and send it out. And to make this a lot easier, I've actually used some regedit stripping of some data, because I don't know if anybody's actually looked at let me zoom in on that a little bit so you can see a bit better. I don't know if anybody's actually looked at the data for SureForms, but their inputs are created using this data block here and the SureForm input, and basically all of their input forms have this prefix. So in this case, we'd only want first name, and I've just used regedit to remove this, and I've done it in a way that it should target it all, and it should always pick up first name, last name, and email in the case of this script. And you should be able to modify it to modify the code snippet to do what you need to do in terms of additional fields, etc. It has been written to allow you to look for additional keys and add additional items and additional meta to this, but obviously you'd have to create that and modify it yourself. And one other thing this thing does, you have the option of sending both the admin and the user an email to say an account has been created, and they are set using these variables here. When they're true, you send; when they're false, you do not. But other than that, it's a relatively simple snippet that you just upload and go. Obviously, what you do with regards to your form is entirely up to you, in terms of where you protect it and how you protect it, and I'm not going to go over that. This is just about the functionality of creating the user account. So I'm going to head over to my test site, and I've installed that snippet on this version of WP Codebox. And it's here. You don't need to use WP Codebox. You can use WP Codebox. I love WP Codebox. And in my videos, I have been using Fluent snippets for this, but I miss the interface of WP Codebox. So I just wanted to go back to it and say that you can use Fluent snippets. There's nothing to say you can't, or any other 3 snippet program. But for this, and probably for my videos moving forward, I'm going to continue to use WP Codebox because it's what I actually like to use. So we now have our snippet in here, but obviously we need to create a form and a form ID, and we have only one user on this account currently. So I've got debug log manager running so that it could show you behind the scenes what goes on, because if we go back to our snippet, you'll see there's quite a lot of logs in here, and I've left them in place in the snippet. You just need to comment them out with a find and replace error log, and then replace it with 2 backslashes and error log, and they won't log anymore. But I wanted to show you in the log what it's doing and how it's working. So the first thing to do is to create a form, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to SureForms and Forms. And you'll see I don't currently have a form. So I'm going to make a new form. I'm going to build it from scratch. And we are going to call this user. We're going to make it an instant form. Might as well do that while we're up front. And we are going to leave form confirmation on. I'm going to put 2 text fields in and an email field. I'm going to call this one first name, this one last name, and I'm going to publish that form. And that should be as done in terms of the form. I'm going to open that form over here, and we've got our form data here. I'm going to go out of SureForm and get the form ID number, which is 15. I'm going to head over to Codebox, and I'm going to tell it that we want to target code form 15. I'm going to save that, and that should be now linked to that form. So we're going to go back to our form here, and we're going to put in here, I don't know, Frank Barnes, and I'm going to put an email address in here, and all being well, we should get a confirmation page to say that that's been sent. So if we go back over to our debug log manager, you'll see some stuff is being done here. So it detected the form, it was the expected form, it proceeding with user creation, no error message specified. It's just running through. That's just where it's running through. It says picked up the first name of Frank Barnes, the email of tech articles. It's assigned the user role of subscriber, which is what it was set in the here, and it has debug log created the username. It has created updated the user meta of Frank and Barnes. It's created a subscriber role, and it's sent an admin notification, and it's done a user notification. So if I go to users now and we refresh, oh, that's the form, not the user settings. So let's go to users here. You'll see we now have Frank Barnes, the email address, and if we head over to my email account, we should now see, if I refresh this item, 3 new emails. This one is to Frank Barnes. This one is to the admin account. And this one is the form submission from SureForms. And it really is that simple. And you saw how quickly that is. I've uploaded the item. Now, obviously, if you want to modify this to add additional form fields, you can do. It is set for those 3 form fields as it is, but you can change them here. You can collect and cleanse your data here. You can add your new metadata down here. So it's all customizable, but it is really that simple and quick. And as I say, this uses the repository version of SureForms. There's no addition. If all you need is a username and a password, and you're happy with the a first name and a last name and an email address, and you're happy with the email address being the username, which is what I actually prefer, then yeah, it's that quick to create a user account using SureForms. Totally free of charge. A link will be in the description below for the gist. And yeah, thank you for watching. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you very much.